Hey, mighty men of God, Joe Martin here with Real Men Connect, where we help good men become great men God's way by providing real answers to real problems in the real world. Welcome to the Real Men Ride Along. As you can see, I am fully dressed in my coat, my hoodie, which means it's a very cold day here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. But I'm on my way home and getting ready to go change. Matter of fact, I'm actually going home to change. So I get dressed and go work out today, get those endorphins firing off. But I wanted to shoot a quick video on my way home to share with you how you can serve without expectation. How to serve without expectation. Now, before you turn off this video and say, well, Joe, this video isn't for me, you have to listen, because this is going to benefit you with your wife and your family. Listen to me. Trust me. Have I ever steered you wrong? I'm telling you, this is going to benefit you and your wife as well as your children and those who are closest around you. Now, let me put this in context for you before I share with this information with you to bless you. Typically, and this is men and women, so it's not just for us, and we're not just guilty of it, but typically, when we love somebody and we care about people, or even if we don't care about them, we just want to make a good impression, we tend to go out our way to serve people. We'll do nice things for them. We open the door for women. We help somebody carry a bag or something. I don't know. You help a friend with his with car repairs. If or somebody on the side of the road need a flat tire change. You get what I'm saying. The point is that we do a lot of nice things for people. And deep down inside of us, there's something in us that wants them to acknowledge us being nice. In other words, we want them to show us some gratitude. And who doesn't want gratitude? Who doesn't want to feel appreciated? Who doesn't want to feel as if they matter and that it made a difference? That's just kind of like our human inclination. We want that. God has built it in us. God even expects our praise and our gratitude for what he's done for us. But God also wants us to love the way Christ loved us, with this sacrificially. So Jesus didn't do it with expecting anything in return. He just did it for us. Now, that's easier said than done because we are human. And the thing is, when you do something nice for somebody, you expect them to at least thank you for it. Even if they don't pay you for it, you don't even need compensation. But a nice thank you, I appreciate that. Wow, you didn't have to do that for me, man. That really meant a lot to me. That goes a mighty long way, and it actually encourages us to continue to do it more. However, the problem is that's not the best way to serve people. And I hate to throw my daughter under the bus. My daughter's 15 years old. She is a poster child for why this is not healthy all the time. My daughter has a great heart. She loves people. But the only problem with my daughter is when she does something nice for you, she expects you to acknowledge it and to affirm it. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, if we don't acknowledge it and we don't affirm her, boy, she loses it. I mean, she gets real depressed about it. She gets real upset, and she gets downcast, and her countenance drops and everything. And I've been trying to teach her that she should do it out of love, not of expecting anything back in return. In other words, do it because you wanted to do it, not because you expected anything, whether it be compensation or just gratitude for it. Now, like I said, it's easier said than done, so let me see if I can bless you with this, because I had to practice this myself, because I'm like anybody else. I do something nice, I clean up the house, or I do the dishes, or take out the trash, or do whatever I expect. I start expecting my wife to say, well done, Joe, you did a good job. But I realized that that wasn't the way God called me to love her. He called me to love her sacrificially and to love people unconditionally. In other words, God says, I don't look at what the outer appearance of a man. I look at the inner man. I look at the reason why he does things. And I want to do things from a pure heart, and so do you. Don't you want to serve from a pure heart? Here's how you do it. First of all, you need practice. And the way I decided to practice now, you may find out a different way of doing it, but this has worked for me, and that's why I'm sharing it with you today. Now, I travel a lot. I'm probably in about 50 hotels a year. So I tend to travel a lot. Here's what you do. The next time you travel, you go out of town and you happen to stay at a hotel. So you may only do it one time this year. I do it 50 times a year. But if you do it one time this year, or two or three, it doesn't matter. Get in the habit of doing this. Before you check out of the hotel, before you check out the room the next day, I want you to clean the room. You hear what I just said? I want you to clean that room. I'm talking about make up the bed, pick trash off the floor, put things back where you found them, have the towels, the dirty towels in a set spot, in a neat spot that they can get it. In other words, tidy up the room. Prepare that room as if your mama was coming and she was going to stay in that room. Now, you said, Joe, what in the world does that have to do with anything? Listen. See, when we clean up a room, first of all, we know that the maid service, they will come by and they will clean the room. We know that. So you said, Joe, what's the point? Why are we cleaning the room? Here's why. Because if you do that, you will never be thanked for it. Do you get it? Every time I leave a room, a hotel room, and I straighten things up, I make up the bed, I make sure everything's put back in its place, nothing is out of place. Now, they're still going to have to clean it anyway. But could you imagine that person coming in, that maid coming in, and she looks at this room like, wow, it's like no one even lived in this room. It makes her job a lot easier because now it just saved her a lot of time. So I'm doing something to bless the room service person. I'm doing something to bless them, that maid. I'm blessing them. But here's the key. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know that I did it, and she doesn't know why I did it, and she can't thank me for it. Now, the reason why I do this, because if I can get in the habit of doing that for a total stranger, expecting nothing in return. I've never received a phone call. You're talking about maybe thousands of hotels. And I've never received a phone call. Thank you, Mr. Martin, for cleaning up that room and saving our maid a lot of time. I've never received one. Don't expect one. Don't care. But because I'm able to do that, guess what I'm now able to do? Serve my wife and do things for my wife and my children without expecting a pat in the back or words of affirmation or any type of gratitude for it. Now, do they do it? Do they give it to me? Yes, but I don't need it anymore. And now I don't depend on it. So if I go home, as I'm driving home right now to go change clothes, and something needs to be done for my wife, fold up the clothes, I would do that. And I don't expect my wife to even bring it up. If she does, it's just a bonus. Guys, I'm hoping this makes sense. But trust me, try what I'm telling you. Do something to bless me. So it doesn't have to be in a hotel room, but do something to bless somebody that you will never receive thanks for. Do it, and trust me, what I'm telling you is going to strengthen those muscles of unconditional love that you have deep inside of you, and you're going to do things from the bottom of your heart as opposed to listening with your ears. Hoping that bless you, and if it has, please share this with another brother who could be blessed by somebody who you may be discipling or mentoring. Remember, men, we're males by birth, but we are men by choice, and this is a choice. So choose to be the man that God called and created you to be, because a male is a terrible thing to waste. So until next time, be strong, stay blessed, and you know, as always, stay in God's grip. Talk to you soon.